This is the newest, most exciting entertainment show in town.
Talk about authentic and raw conversations,
Fun and educative segments,
trending topics,
celebrity checks,
books and authors,
Q&A. Join me, LAVIN, NYAGOWA and Hazel Njeru every Tuesdays and Saturdays from 3 to 4 p.m. only on The Unfiltered.
Katika kipindi tunakuletea wasanii.
What's up my guys, I go by the name Reynams.
Eti nikipita kwa macho na nipimia, na kama sina pesa unguwezi nipimia. Hapa Shensta the Poet manze.
Ngoma moto moto.
If you wanna show some love, I don't fake it. Hey, kumenya mawazo mako. Nani anadera shire. Oh, utani wako.
Vichekesho mkisongaza, mahojiano moto moto, stori za wasanii pamoja na talanta za wasanii.
Fiki wa kasi gani kama wapatikani wakati wa shida.
Na pia kwenye kipindi utabambika, utajijenga, utaelimika, utakuza talanta yako.
My name is Rebecca Mutie, I'm a model and I'm Afri Kenya. I'm a student. Napenda kusikiza kipindi cha Bonga na Katoni kila Jumatatu kuanzia saa 9 mpaka saa 10.
Kumbuka ni kwenye Bonga na Katoni ndani ya TAS TV kuanzia saa 9 hadi saa 10 kila siku ya Jumatatu.
This is Bonga na Katoni in TAS TV. Karibuni.
Good afternoon. It's another beautiful Thursday that we get to meet here again. Now, on today's episode, we're talking about stress and coping mechanisms. You know how sometimes watu behave, unapata mtu, she's sad, ama she's hurt, but she's laughing. That's a coping mechanism. And with me on set, I have an amazing guest who's going to be guiding us through this topic. Kama kawaida, my name is LAVIN NYAGOWA, and this is a reality check. Without so much talking, remember to follow TAS TV across all social media platforms. That is at TAS TV official on Facebook, on YouTube, TAS TV on Facebook, www.tastv.co.ke on our website. And remember, this episode is courtesy of the Smart Shopper, and on this episode we focus on these amazing baskets that go for 500 each or 1,500 for 3. You can use them for different purposes depending on what you are buying it for. That is our focus of the day. And remember, you can call the number 0798-154042 to make your order. In case you want to step into their location, you can go to Nema Plaza in Thika Town, 2nd floor at Tante Africa Studios. Virginia is at the reception waiting to serve you. Without so much topic, let's jump straight into today's segments. Sasa. Mbona unakaka umeshtuka? How are you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Thank you so much for coming. Ongea na nguvu, just so people can get the energy.
Okay.
Yeah. How are you?
Good enough?
Yes, it is. Please introduce yourself. I know you, but my guests don't know you. So please introduce yourself. Tuambie wewe ni nani and what exactly that you do.
Okay. So my name is Joyce Momani. I'm a counseling psychologist from Boresha Jamii Initiative. That is where I'm currently based.
Yes.
In Thika,
Yeah.
Nema Plaza, first floor, room
Nice.
23.
Adina tuambia mpaka room.
Yes.
In short, Joyce anajaribu kusema if you're looking for counseling services ama any service that you need in relation to what Boresha Jamii does,
Yeah.
you can always step into their location. So away from that, Joyce, today we are talking about stress and coping mechanisms. We've seen people a lot of times mtu ako sad ama analia, but then hakai kama mtu analia, or she's hurt but ako tu zile za it's fine. Is that a coping mechanism?
Well, coping mechanisms are different, and they're different in everyone.
Yeah.
So there are people who use humor. Humor is a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
Those people who use humor, that is the one that I've seen most.
A lot of times.
Yes.
Ndio maana watu wengi wanakimbia
Wanna
kwa
make
memes.
jokes. Watu wanatumia memes.
Yeah.
Wanna make jokes to cover up what
What exactly is going on.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so let's now start from the basics. That was just
Okay, fine.
Yeah, so what's the relationship between stress and coping mechanisms?
Stress and coping mechanisms.
Yes.
Okay. Well, for most people, they don't know how to address their stresses. You know, stresses are things that are pushing us, the things that are feeling heavy on us. Maybe you're feeling a lot of pressure, or maybe something new is coming up in your life and you do not know how to address it.
Yes.
Now, so you find yourself doing things that you are not doing. Now, these are the coping mechanisms, like making a lot of jokes, or maybe wanting to seclude yourself, or maybe just wanting to stay in a group so much, and that is not what you used to do.
Yeah.
So that is a coping.
That is a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
So that's a difference. So what are some of the common sources of stress that we have today, and have they really evolved over time?
Well, yes, they have evolved.
Yeah.
Well, the most common ones used to be like maybe from parents. Like you're a certain age, you're a girl, they want you to get pregnant or get married. The others, like when you're in school, you're not doing good, and your parents want to like push you. Or maybe now as an adult, things are not working out for you, maybe in business, or maybe where you've been employed, your employer is too harsh. But with the emerging and improved what is it called?
Trends or systems. The advancements that we have.
Yes, the advancements that we have.
Yeah.
We have now other stresses from like stresses now can come from other things like social media. We have peer pressure coming from there. We have lifestyle changes.
Yeah.
So you find that you're starting to have you're taking up a lifestyle that
is
yours
not
before.
really you. Yeah.
Yeah. And then now it starts bringing issues, like maybe now you want to eat what others eat. You start becoming obese, or you're struggling with your weight. Yeah. And it has come all from social media.
Social media. And social media is one of the biggest road that leads most people to getting the peer pressure influence, because now Flani is living such a good lifestyle on social media.
Yes.
And so you want to push yourself to the wall, and you don't really know what these people is doing behind the curtain just to get her to where she is. Remember guys, whatever you see on social media is not exactly what happens. Kwa ground vitu zinakwanga very different. So Joy, away from that, let's talk about individual traits. For instance, personality traits. How do these play a role in how experience and people cope with stress?
So personality traits. Okay, fine. So in this one, we have different people deal with stresses differently. Like LAVIN and Joyce are not the same.
Yes.
LAVIN has been brought up in a family where LAVIN is able to express what she's feeling. LAVIN is able to talk about what is going on in her life.
Yeah.
But Joyce has not. So when LAVIN is facing something, she's able to handle it better, because from way back she's been taught how to do that. Yes, how to deal with things as they come. But now for Joyce it might be more difficult, because she has not been told how to express herself.
Yeah.
She has not been told that it is okay to do this and do that. Yeah, so personalities
vary.
Yes.
Okay.
According to environment, how your mindset, where you've been, the people around you. Yes.
So how do you respond to all this, especially when it comes to the psychological side of everything? For instance, you mentioned Joyce does not know how to express herself, but LAVIN does, and then now Joyce has to learn how to do this. So how then do we respond to this? Because sometimes to Joyce it can come in as stress.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so For someone like Joyce, we're talking about Joyce, the
Yeah.
one who's not.
Yeah, who's not
Okay.
able to speak up for herself.
So, the most common and proven ways to like deal with stresses is you withdraw from hearing a lot of news from social media, from the TV. You take time for yourself. Yeah, it is more recommended. You detach from social media and start engaging with people. Try talking to friends, even if you're not telling them what's going on. Try to be in company of people. It helps. Yeah.
Okay, guys. So we are coming to the end of the first part of, today's episode. But before we do that, Joyce, are there any gender differences in how individuals experience and cope with stress?
Yes. So for females, they use passive aggressive and emotional. So as females, we channel our stresses to, we deal with them mostly emotionally. That's why unapata as a lady you're screaming at something, you're doing what?
Yeah.
That is female. We are talking about gender, right?
Yes, yeah.
And then now for males, they are more problem solution focused.
Yeah.
Males, they sit down and they're thinking, okay,
Yeah.
fine.
So now
so
what
this
next?
this is what has happened. This is what I have at hand. But
Yeah.
now what can I do about it? So males approach their stresses differently from females, and it is the same. So males don't talk about their feelings.
Yeah.
So for them, it is harder to sort them out in terms of feelings, psychologically, but physically and the other one, okay, not the other one. Okay, the solution one, they are very good at it, but the females, they channel it through their feelings. That is how they deal with their stresses.
That's nice, guys. So we are rushing to a very short commercial break, but remember, we still have more for you, so see you guys in a bit. Welcome to TAS Media Institute, the home of undiscovered talents. You will be trained by professionals who have a passion in what they do. Do not be left behind. Enroll now and become a pioneer of TAS Media Institute. We are located at Neema Plaza, second floor along Kenyatta Highway in Thika Town. Life can sometimes take unexpected turns, and this family's story is no exception. When a gas explosion completely changed the course of their living, Mr. Joseph Lual and his family have been forced to face unimaginable hardships. But even in this phase of adversity, they have managed to persevere with so much resilience. And as the saying goes, adversity introduces you to yourself. Let's get the story of Mr. Joseph and his family.
So welcome to the first episode of Brain Busters. My name is Mwangi Dominic. Leo tuko barabara ya MKU, tunauliza maswali tatanishi.
At TAS Media Institute, we let you discover your talent. This is the newest, most exciting entertainment show in town.
talk about authentic and raw conversations,
Fun and educative segments,
trending topics,
celebrity checks,
books and authors.
Q&A. Join me, LAVIN, NYAGOWA and Hazel Njeru every Tuesdays and Saturdays from 3 to 4 p.m. only on The Unfiltered.
Katika kipindi tunakuletea wasanii.
What's up my guys, I go by the name Reynams.
Eti nikipita kwa macho unanipimia, na kama sina pesa unguwezi nipimia hapa Shenster the Poet manze.
Ngoma moto moto.
If you wanna show some love, I don't fake it. Hey, ndakumenya mawazo mako, nani anedera shire, warutani waku.
Vichekesho mkisongaza, mahojiano moto moto, stori za wasanii pamoja na talanta za wasanii.
Fiki wa kasi gani kama wapatikani wakati wa shida.
Na pia kwenye kipindi utabambika, utajijenga, utaelimika, utakuza talanta yako.
My name is Rebecca Mutie, I'm a model and I'm Afri Kenya. I'm a student. Napenda kusikiza kipindi cha Bonga na Katoni kila Jumatatu kuanzia saa 9 mpaka saa 10.
Kumbuka ni kwenye Bonga na Katoni ndani ya TAS TV kuanzia saa 9 hadi saa 10 kila siku ya Jumatatu.
This is Bonga na Katoni in TAS TV. Karibuni.
Welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for choosing TAS TV. Remember, if you're just joining us now, we're talking about stress and coping mechanisms. We've had such a beautiful conversation tukianza na bado tunaendelea. So Joyce, before we went on that break, we were talking about how the gender differences and how they experience and cope with the different coping mechanisms that they have. So my next question has to be, if so, what are some of the key factors contributing to these differences? Because umesema the females have different ways za kucope na vitu, and the males have different ways za kucope na vitu. Yeah.
The major difference, I think, comes from the upbringing. From a younger age,
yes,
everyone knows girls are more pampered and allowed to
cry all the time.
Yes, you're allowed to express yourself. Let's use express yourself,
yes,
right? So even as you grow up as a girl,
yeah, you
relate your feeling, your stresses to your feelings. That is exactly what happens. You used to like if I'm nikinyimwa nitalia tu
alafu
nipewe
yeah.
And then there's this kajama kamelelewa tu ukinyimwa unakangu either you perform or you have to work for it. Yes. So when tuna grow hivyo, so the males in turn wana grow wakijua anytime that I have I'm in a fix, lazima tu nitafute a way out.
Yeah.
Because it's either I find a way out or I'm stuck here forever. Yeah. But now for a girl, she knows akona, okay, it's not that akona an easy way out, but for her to deal with whatever she's having, at a channel through emotions. Yes, through emotions. Yeah. A guy will go maybe do sports. They're more physical. Yeah,
do gym.
Yeah, go to the gym. Most girls atikona stress unaenda gym.
Kufanya nini? Tunalala siku mzima.
Sisi tunakula chocolates na tunakunywa juice na tunalala.
Okay. So we have different types of stressors. We have acute stressors, we have chronic stressors. So let's first start with chronic stressors. How can they impact an individual's mental health, and what are the long-term effects that this might have?
Okay, so chronic stressors, it's just that you had stress and you are not able to manage it
and deal with it.
Yes. So your incapability of dealing with your stress made it to prolong. So now you've had prolonged stress.
Yes.
Now it becomes chronic. So to your mental health, chronic stress gives you anxieties, depression. You find yourself unapata hadi panic attacks. You're very paranoid most of the time because you don't even know what's going to happen next. So in turn, ukiwa na vitu kama hizo, imagine living on the edge kila saa. Like it is very difficult. So it takes a toll on your physical health also. So now you start having issues like high blood pressure, heart attack, fatigue, endless headaches, we have muscle pains, insomnia, the list is endless. So how then? But the long-term effects are now things like heart attacks and high blood pressure.
Okay, so now that we have all this on the table, how do you then deal with it to make sure that you don't get to a point where there's this chronic stress?
So number one, you have to recognize and counter that stress.
How?
And counter the signs. All right. So number one, you have to recognize this thing inanisumbua. So now how am I going to deal with this particular thing? That is where you start by recognizing that this thing can actually become a problem. Yes. Like, okay, now what can become a problem? Like maybe school fees.
School fees. I'm
so
such a girl.
You're such a girl. So school fees is my problem. Why am I having the problem of paying fees for my kids? Because I don't have a job. So what am I going to do about my situation? So leo nimepewa school fees na brother yangu. So kesho I will have to find a permanent solution because my brother will not be paying fees for my kids every day. Yes, so the next thing is for you ujitume now. Go outside there and find something to do. And we are not advocating for endo utafute job and get employed because everyone knows right now hata hiyo ya 7 to 5 it's not enough. You have to look for something else to generate another income
on the side.
Yes, so that is recognizing. And then the other one, it is taking time for yourself. Okay?
Having a me time.
Yes, having a me time. It is okay to relax a little bit. Ni sawa, it is here, but can I deal with it right now? No. Is it something that I can deal with immediately? No. So take time, take a break from it, because of course if you've recognized it, then that means haitaku push as much as I'm just doing things randomly and I don't know what is going on. I'm aware of what is going on with me.
Going on with you.
Yes. So number one, you have to recognize it. And then now you take time to find solutions, and then you can try new routines. Try new routines. If this is not working for me, what else can I do? So I've recognized this is the problem. I have tried to solve it, but is it working? No. Can I do something else about it? Yes.
Okay.
You go for it.
That's a good move. Recognize something, it is not working for you, accept it. Now that it is not working, can you deal with it immediately? No, you cannot, but can you find something else to do? Yes, you can always find something else to do. Ndio kusaidia ku deal with the current situation that you are in. So just let's now jump straight to culture, because culture affects people and things in so many ways. So looking at culture, we have cultures where men are not allowed to cry. That alone, saa zingine ni baba yako amekufa and you're not allowed to cry, and at the end of the day you need to express this. So you end up ndani yako, that comes with stress. Stress ya nisionekane nikilia in public, nisionekane nikifanya kitu fulani. We have situations that find us along the way. We've seen cases of teenage pregnancies. You're a young girl, you're pregnant before the right time, or rather it has happened mistakenly. And so now you have to deal with community stigma, you have to deal with parental stigma, you have to deal with sibling stigma, and all this come with so much stress, considering the fact that pia uko na nini, uko na mimba. So how do cultural factors influence coping mechanisms and help you deal with stress?
So, well, culture is one of the things that I don't know how to put it. Okay. Let me find the word.
Yes.
So, okay, let me just put it in.
Just say it the way it is.
Okay, fine. The guy who's not allowed to cry.
To cry.
To grieve for the father.
Yes.
So this guy will in turn find other ways to relieve himself.
Yeah, to relieve the pain.
So he gets addicted to, he starts doing drugs maybe, or if he was maybe taking alcohol, now it increases, it spikes. So, or maybe he's a family guy, right? There are children involved. There's the wife. Now you find out, because this guy was not able to like kutoa hiyo anger by crying, by mourning the dad, anaanza kupiga watu kwa nyumba. You find he's constantly anapiga tu kelele. No one even understands how he's working anymore. He's now a totally different person. And people start saying, ata sijui nini ilifanyika, alichange too all of a sudden. But it is because in his culture they did not allow him to express himself well. So now in turn he's turning to other things that are more harmful. Because now he's hurting himself, he's hurting his family. Causing trauma to the kids. Now the kids will grow up asking themselves, what happened to dad? What happened to Uncle Flani? Mbona Uncle Flani siku hizi analewa analala kwa mtaro? But it is as a result of unresolved trauma because of culture.
Okay, so away from that, let's now talk about the relationship between stress and mental health disorders. How do these two relate?
So I had mentioned earlier, when you're stressed, okay, stress is manageable, but once it becomes chronic, it is now it is a problem. Yes. So you find out that when it becomes severe, you now have you get paranoia, okay? So you get anxiety, and then there is also depression. So number one, it started as a simple stress. Now you're depressed. You know how depressed people react. You withdraw. You
don't talk to anybody.
Yes, you don't talk to anybody. You don't even want to go to work. Now you're financially unstable. Because if you can't work, then you can't support yourself. There's no income. Okay, now you've been thrown out of your house. Where will you go back? Back to the parents' house. Now going back home, you're still a burden. Now they have to work twice as hard, so that they can be able to support themselves and support you. So when we let stress like become too much, become chronic, prolonged stresses, so this you start even feeling useless, because now you're depressed, umeacha job. Now you start, you're back home. Now the only thing that clicks, now you start doing drugs, because now you want to escape reality. But for how long can you do that? Okay, so we have certain practices like meditation and yoga. How are these effective in reducing stress and actually having a better mental health well-being? Now, yoga. So most people are not open, but in recent times they are becoming open to doing such things. Like yoga. Okay, let me just use yoga. The one has disappeared.
Meditation.
Yes. Thank you. So when you use these practices, mostly you're taking time to sort the things in your mind. When you're doing yoga or meditation, there's usually some sort of peace that comes with it, because now you're not focusing on anything that is external. No one is telling you what to do. You're not listening to your parents. You're not listening to your wife or your husband. You're not listening to your parents. At this time, now it is you you're somewhere in a quiet space.
Yeah.
Now you're able to arrange your
process
thoughts.
everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
So and you're actually able to find solutions during that time, because now this is a me to me situation.
Yeah.
Yes. Now I'm here. I'm like, Joyce. Okay, so this is what happened today. This is how I dealt with it. Yes. Is this how I was supposed to deal with it? No, but can I give it a different approach?
Yeah.
Yes. Now you start getting solutions, which I think it's one of the best.
One of the best ways to deal
Yes.
with that. Okay, so we have different types of therapies. Would you say that there are therapies zenye zina emerge za kusaidia watu kudeal and do away with the coping mechanisms? Because at the end of the day, we cannot all have the coping mechanisms every now and again. At one particular point, we'll have to deal with the situation straight on.
So counseling is one of them. Which is good, because, well, most people don't even know they have coping mechanisms. Funny enough.
Oh, interesting.
They're not even aware that seeing what situation now? Let me tell you one.
Yeah.
That I've ever found myself
Yes.
in.
We're here to learn.
Okay, fine. It's not mine. Now
Yeah.
let me give you another one, because now mine you know. So my
your friend or person X,
okay, person X maybe
yes,
gets into an accident. Okay?
Yeah.
Umepigiwa simu. Your first response is maybe you laugh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wango.
Umecheka. You're in shock at that point, and you're like, ngoja kwanza acha nifike. Sawa.
Yeah.
But that one is too serious. Okay, fine. Unafika kwanza. And before ama your friend falls, and then your first instinct badala umchukue
Ni kucheka.
Unamchekelea kwanza. You're like,
I think that happens to like nearly everyone. Yeah.
But no, there are more serious situations. That nilibiwa, and then instead of like, are you okay? the first thing you do is laugh.
Yeah.
Hata nishajipata hapo. Ananiambia ameibiwa. Serious, nilibiwa.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, the first thing I do kwanza namchekelea and then I'm like, sasa ulibiwa nini? And then later is when I realize, oh my god, anaweza kuwa aliumia. Are you okay? You see,
those are
like,
things we need to deal with. Yeah.
Yes. Like, and some of them are unprocessed trauma. Like
childhood traumas.
Yes, childhood traumas, unprocessed traumas, childhood traumas. The other coping mechanism is music.
Yeah.
Very many people run to music.
Yeah.
It's okay, although it's a form of therapy.
Yeah.
So
but is it 100% recommended?
No. But I can't say fully no.
Somehow. It's a 50-50 situation.
Yes. Some people heal with music. Most people heal with music.
I didn't know.
But you didn't know?
Music inafanyanga mtu alie.
Sio kulia, like
so is it
but you know now, umesikiza tu music ukalia, but ujaisema ama hujaiandika, you've not made peace with the situation.
Yeah.
So after listening to music, tafadhali go find yourself a therapist
or do journaling.
I think that is my favorite way of
doing things, letting out things. It's important.
Me, I don't talk a lot, but
so you write a lot. Okay, guys. Yes. So away from that, as we conclude, let's talk about the support that you have around you. How important is it to have good support around you to help you deal with stress and the coping mechanisms that we have around?
Okay, so support is very crucial. Like, everyone needs someone. You can't live alone.
Yeah.
So if I'm stressed out personally, and I don't want to talk about it, the next good thing or the next beautiful thing that I can do is go to my friends
Yeah.
and stay where like there are people I know. These ones know me. These ones can appreciate me. These guys got me. I want to break down here. They won't even judge me.
They won't judge.
You know, that is something that just gives you motivation. Even if they are not giving you a solution to your problem, they are making you feel better. In turn, it helps you to think of a solution faster. Sijui mbona naonaga hivyo, but it is like that.
Inakusaidia.
Ukikaa na watu wenye they support you and they believe in you, it helps you grow better. Because now, okay, maybe you've already identified your stress, and now you're taking time out. Maybe now sitting with friends, I might tell them this is what is going on. This is what I have. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
So they help you even come up with solutions
firsthand.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's interesting, guys. It has been an amazing show. Just probably the last word you have for our guests. I call them my guests.
Okay.
Yeah.
So me, I always say be kind. Everyone is going through something, and most of the time we find ourselves judging people even in our heads.
Yeah.
But you never know.
You never know what.
If you're put in that situation, maybe you would just die.
That
person you're seeing walking in front of you, that is a warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're battling things. So be kind to everyone.
Okay, guys. Pia mimi husema, in a world where you cannot be anything, always remember to be kind, because at the end of the day, that is what we need. That is like the most important thing to do, and especially in today's society where everyone is struggling with something. So it has been an amazing episode. Remember, we were discussing stress and coping mechanisms. In case you didn't know something, now you have learned something. I always say, at the end of the day, make sure you take something that works for you home. It's for you, to benefit you, something that helps you each and every day, something that you can do, or you can practice, or you can teach another person just by listening. So let's meet same time, same place. My name has been LAVIN NYAGOWA, and this is Reality Check.
Katika kipindi tunakuletea wasanii.
What's up my guys? I go by the name Reynams.
Eti nikipita kwa macho na nipimia, na kama sina pesa ungewezi nipimia hapa Shenster the Poet manze.
Ngoma moto moto.
If you wanna show some love, I don't fake it. Hey, da kumenya mawazo mako. Nani anadera shire. Oh, utani wako.
Vichekesho mkisongaza, mahojiano moto moto, stori za wasanii pamoja na talanta za wasanii.
Fiki wa kasi gani kama wapatikani wakati wa shida.
Na pia kwenye kipindi utabambika, utajijenga, utaelimika, utakuza talanta yako.
My name is Rebecca Mutie, I'm a model and I'm African Kenya. I'm a student. Napenda kusikiza kipindi cha Bonga na Katoni kila Jumatatu kuanzia saa 9 mpaka saa 10.
Kumbuka ni kwenye Bonga na Katoni ndani ya TAS TV kuanzia saa 9 hadi saa 10 kila siku ya Jumatatu.
This is Bonga na Katoni in TAS TV. Karibuni.